Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities, presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, 5-time best-selling author, CEO and founder of Ashley Little Enterprises, LLC, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. Tonight, we have an amazing special VIP guest by the name of Travis Jackson. Travis T. Jackson is a 2011 graduate of North Carolina A&T State University, where he obtained his Bachelor of Science Degree in Journalism and Mass Communication with a concentration in Public Relations. Travis is the CEO and founder of Hbcu Pride Nation, an engaging online platform with over 250,000 followers that promotes the connectivity, significance, and pride of historically Black colleges and universities in an effort to increase their positive awareness and enrollment. Hbcu Pride Nation has provided social media marketing services for Cracker Barrel, One United Bank, the Celebration Bowl, Toyota Go Green, Honda Battle of the Bands, Ford HBCU Challenge, Regions Bank, the CIAA, the National Black MBA Association, and others. And on a regular, HBCU Pride Nation reaches between 150,000 to 300,000 people a week and receives 850,000 to 1.5 million impressions a week. As a motivational speaker, he teaches leadership through the game of Ginger. He has done his workshops at the National Black College Hall of Fame, CIAA, the Kings and Queens Connection Conference in New Orleans, the NASAP Conference, and many other college events across the country. Travis was honored as one of the top 30 under 30 African-American entrepreneurs in Charlotte by the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Black Chamber of Commerce and has received numerous honors such as the Emerging Leader of the Year by the National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame and HBCU Top 30 Under 30 by HBCU Buzz. He was recently honored as a graduate of the inaugural class of Next Level Leadership, Inc., a nonprofit that empowers African Americans to lead in Charlotte. Over the past 2 years, Travis has developed and executed an amazing event called the Hillman Experience, where over 1.5 million in scholarships were given out to students. Nearly 3,000 students have attended. Over 50 HBCUs have come to admit students on the spot. This event includes a pep rally, alumni panel discussion, college fair, and more. He serves as the social media manager for James Mitchell, City Councilman at Large, and the Chair of Economic Development for the City of Charlotte. Travis recently had his biggest speaking engagement yet as a speaker for the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce Conference in Washington, D.C. He was honored as a U.S. Emerging Leader in Business and spoke on how to build big brands on social media. Also in October, Travis was a featured speaker on Sister Circle, a popular media outlet in Atlanta, Georgia, to talk about the significance of HBCUs. Lastly, Travis serves as a board member on the board of directors for I Speak Now, a nonprofit that instills passion, pride, and confidence in children and young adults so that they recognize their future is limitless by providing mutually positive and interactive learning environments for children and young adults. Welcome to the table, Travis Jackson.
Wow. Oh, wow. Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, people? Wow.
Amazing. Well, I know you're going to share some amazing wisdom and knowledge with the listeners tonight, Travis. So tell us more about your entrepreneur journey.
So my entrepreneur journey started in my college years, or throughout my college years, because I was always very ambitious. I was always all over the place on A&T's campus, and I always wanted to make something out of myself. So when I was in my junior year, I was about to apply to be the SGA president, but then I applied to be Mr. A&T, and then the same day that I got disqualified because I couldn't make the decision on which role to have or which role to serve in, my idea for my company started. So the same day I got disqualified, I got qualified to lead this huge mission and brand. Also, just being able to be myself, being able to see what issues there are in the world and providing solutions to them. And really, more than anything, just being able to have an impact. Too many times entrepreneurs start businesses just to make money, which will burn you out quicker, which will make you feel like, which will make your purpose feel like it's not being served, because at the end of the day, you have to have a tremendous why. So my why is making an impact in the world, and I do all that through entrepreneurship. And I've been very, very blessed with the opportunities, with the recognitions, the accolades, and everything that I have. But most of all, I've been very blessed to do God's work on this earth. So if that comes with a check, amen. If it comes with a blessing, amen. If it comes with changing somebody's life, amen. So that's my journey.
I love it, Travis, and we'll be knowing you as well. I just want to thank you for creating the space that you have, the platform that you have, because you are making a significant impact throughout the lives of many. So I want to thank you for doing that.
Thank you, sis.
You are welcome. And you are the CEO and founder of HBCU Pride Nation, an engaging online platform with over 250,000 followers. Please tell listeners more about your platform and how we can get involved and support it.
Okay, so you can follow us online at HBCU Pride Nation. This via Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn as well. And then what's funny, sis, is that now we're starting to reach over 275,000 people a week, and then our impressions are at 1.5 million to 3 million in a week. So that's how many eyes are looking at our content that we're putting out. So I decided to start around the time of 2010, 2011, and they kept talking about hazing scandals. They kept talking about money fraud. There's a lot of the negative things that plague HBCUs. It was being put on the forefront in mainstream news, and then I just got tired of it. So I decided to create this platform to show people the real significance of HBCUs, to show people the significance of the alumni that graduated from HBCUs, such as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Nikki Giovanni, Felicia Rashad, amongst others, W.B. Du Bois. So, and also just to show these students in today's society that they are greater than what they see on TV. Because if you're always seeing black men being killed, if you're always seeing black people doing negative things, if you're always seeing police brutality and all that in mainstream TV and on TV every day, you start to believe that this is how the world is, and you don't really have the opportunity, especially in our education system that we have in America. They fail to show our people and our community and our kids who we truly, truly are. So that's what I've been able to do, been able to show love to all 102 HBCUs throughout the country. And it's really opened up a lot of doors for me that only God can open up for me at the end of the day. But I never really knew that it would get this big. But I appreciate the opportunity just to serve people. And when it comes to the thing that makes me happiest the most, Ash, is when students or their parents say that because of the post that I put up, that their student went to college, that their lives was changed, that because of what they saw on our page, that they decided to go with a scholarship for track and field at HBCU, and it's so amazing. It's like magic. Like it's just a beautiful thing. And then when you also look at HBCU Pride Nation, you have to also realize that it's a network of alumni, recent alumni. So imagine looking at Yelp mixed with BET mixed with like a Facebook. That's essentially what I want to build to keep HBCU students and alumni connected, to showcase this pride amongst. And then also we have our merchandise. So our merchandise is very hot. people love what we create. I'm actually in the middle of putting together like the 75 orders for Christmas right now. So it's really come a long way.
Amazing. And for our listeners that are listening, HBCU Pride Nation is, is it one and on by itself, right? You got the merchandise, you're impacting, you're saving lives, you have a speaking sector to it as well, right? So you got your merchandise. Yeah. Tell us about the speaking sector side of it.
So the speaking sector side of it is just being able to go and tell students, about my journey as a student at A&T, the downfalls, the good, just the journey, and then also I teach leadership. I teach leadership through the game of Jenga, and basically what that is you know how in Jenga you have to build the tower up, and then you have to take the blocks out, and then you have to rebuild it and things like that. So
yep.
So with the brief synopsis, my teaching, the basis of my teaching is showing people that in leadership it's a building process, and you're always going to have bumps and bruises, which represents pulling out the pieces. And I mean, bumps and bruises like not believing in yourself, not having a team, trying to do too much, being burnt out, this, that, and third. But with everything that you go through in leadership, any bumps, bruises, whatever, just like in the game of Jenga, if you take those lessons and you learn from them, instead of thinking that you lost from them, you can rebuild yourself as long as you continue to have the foundation at the bottom that's holding you up. So that's what I teach. And then I also have one about the obstacle course. So I'll take my Jenga blocks and I'll create like you know how they have the hurdles in a race? I set it up as if it's a race. And I tell people this is you going from freshman year to your college years. Because a lot of times people feel that once they get through a race, that the race is over. No, it's not. It's not over. It continues to go. So it's like every new level is a new devil but it's also new blessings and new strength for you to have to be able to get over the past of what you just overcame. So that's a little bit about what I do in the speaking sector. And then I've been able to speak, like you said in the bio, you did an amazing job. Being able to speak about social media, being able to speak about how I've created this platform. Also, Nipsey Hussle. I have a presentation on Nipsey Hussle. I have a presentation on the writing process, from how you become a rough draft and then you edit it. Then you got to be able to proofread in terms of recognizing who is around you, seeing what it is that you don't need, and then going to like your conclusions. It's a lot of concepts that I've created that has gone a long way. But I think in 2020, I have to take it even further because I need to put all this stuff online so people can see it.
Yes, and you have done, like I said it before, an amazing job, Travis. Kudos to you. For our listeners that are listening, Travis he's a one-stop shop. All things HBCU. He is the person to connect with, and he has created an amazing platform. So, Travis, let's talk about, how it all started. Why did you choose to attend a historically black college and university?
Because I went and watched Drumline 5 times, and it was in the theaters, and I just couldn't stop watching it. And then I watched Higher Learning, and I watched School Days, and then on a deeper perspective, I didn't have a relationship with my father, and I mean that's still a relationship that's being worked on. But my father lived like 10 minutes from the school, so A&T helped me to build a relationship with my father. And then also, when I went to University Day as a high school student to A&T, I would always just love being able to see like the cheerleaders, being able to see the pep rally, seeing Dan Brand, and just seeing the culture of A&T. So like I knew I was supposed to go to college, but I was also forced to go to college as well because I was in the upper bound program, and when I was in upper bound, no, it was summer bridge, yeah. So when it was time for summer bridge to be over, everybody was asking me what I was doing. I told them I'm about to go to the house, and and what they were saying was, "What are you about to do career-wise?" And I said, "I really don't know." And one of my teachers named Chantel Jenkins, she pulled me into her office, called A&T, and that was all she wrote. So then another thing that got me to A&T was, I call her like my founder or whatever. Her name was Sakithia Burnett, and she used to work at A&T. So she was in the admissions office. So everybody at Eastman knew I wanted to go to A&T. And I was in gym class. So while I'm in gym class, somebody comes and say, "Hey, A&T is in the lobby of the cafeteria." So I went and got dressed up and everything. I went to go talk to Miss Burnett, and all I remember saying to her was, when I come to A&T, I'm gonna kick the doors in and I'm gonna take over the whole school. And I graduated. I graduated being known, being notable, and I saw, and I conquered my college years. So it's all about manifesting what you want in your life, and I guess I manifested my HBCU experience.
And you did an amazing job. For our listeners that are listening, I am an Aggie as well. I was there before Travis, but Travis is my little brother, and he has done some amazing things. I'm so happy he picked A&T, the number one HBCU in the country. So let's talk more. Yes, it is. So let's talk more about giving back, Travis. So why is giving back to our HBCUs? Why is that so important? Because I think our listeners need to understand why we fight for our HBCUs and why that is so important with giving back.
It's very, very important because at the time where slave owners were stripping away education, HBCUs were the institutions that gave our ancestors the opportunity to receive a quality education. When you think about the basis of Black excellence, you have to start at HBCU. From 1837, when the original HBCU was formerly known as the African Institute, that's power right there. But then it ended up being Cheney University of Pennsylvania in 1854, the first HBCU that granted degrees, Lincoln University of Pennsylvania, where Thurgood Marshall graduated, Kwame Nkrumah, the first Prince of Ghana, so many pioneers that graduated from Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. Then you look at a Morehouse College where Dr. Martin Luther King attended. Then you look at Felicia Rashad. You look at Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther. You look at Taraji P. Henson that went to A&T first and then went to Howard University, and you just keep looking at, wow, these institutions really developed some of the greatest African American pioneers to ever live. And then when you keep looking at it, like, it's a cycle. So they are the ones that we look at in the history books, but then we are the ones making history now. So then the younger people, they're going to start making history, and we're all going to be able to be in textbooks. We're all going to be able to be touched. Our stories are going to be able to be heard. Our giving back to people. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to something that needs to be done, you can call on an HBCU graduate or a student to do anything to make sure that it's done correctly. Even to the fact that when I was in college, I was taking a contemporary world class, and my professor was a prince in Ghana, and he asked us, I was a freshman class president at the time, and he asked us to have for us to do an educator project to like bring in supplies and everything for students in Ghana, like the street children. I took that and made it a citywide thing. Collecting books from libraries in Greensboro, made it college campuses, a competition between Bennett and A&T and UNCG, getting all these people involved. And we ended up collecting over 5,000 books. And Chancellor Stanley Battle sent us to Ghana, Africa for 12 days to deliver the books to these kids, all because we wanted to give back. And then it's important to give back to your HBCU because no matter what you went through during your HBCU experience, whether it was good or bad, if you did it right, you were nurtured as a student to become who you are today. If you did it right, you had an experience at the homecomings. If you did it right, you have lifelong relationships. If you did it right, you still have bonds with your teachers. If you did it right, and I keep saying if you did it right because if you leave a HBCU the same way coming in, going out, you didn't do it correctly. You didn't take advantage of none of the on-campus organizations. You didn't take advantage of none of the opportunities to get like internships, career fairs, to further your life and to get an overall education. You just went there just to go there. So that's what I mean by doing it right. Even becoming Greek, even becoming a cheerleader, even whatever. It's so much of the HBCU. And even if there's times where we may not want to give back, we must give back. And as one more thing in terms of this question, we as alumni have to understand that giving back doesn't always have to be monetary. It could be internships. It could be internships. It could be giving time. It could be connecting students with someone that's in your network. And then also, if we want to have a monetary investment into HBCUs as alumni, we have to stop chin-checking each other's pockets and understand that as long as you're giving something, whether you give it in small increments or big chunks, you're helping to further the HBCUs. So that's the answer to that question.
I love that, and I love how you said if you did it right? Because I am the person I am today because of North Carolina A&T State University. And so it's so important. It's so important that we give back. And like you said, being nurtured and lifelong relationships, the family environment, I mean, just, you know, it's nothing like attending an HBCU. For our listeners that are listening, you have to actually attend it to know what we're talking about because it's so powerful, and it's so powerful that we continue to give back and we continue to grow our HBCUs. And like you said, Travis, it's not all about monetary. We can do internships, connecting people. You know, it's a lot more ways to do it, but as long as we are giving back. And yes, our time is important. It's important too. Spending our time mentoring. You know, those are so many different ways to continue to give back. So for our listeners today, if you are attending an HBCU, if you went to an HBCU, or if you have a kid who is thinking about going to an HBCU, we challenge you to get involved and give back and, you know, support our HBCUs. So, Travis, let's talk. You want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So what is some advice you would give to listeners who are thinking about attending an HBCU or have kids who might be thinking about attending an HBCU? So what is some advice you would give to those listeners?
Well, first I'll tell them to follow HBCU Pride Nation. But I would say, of course, do your research. Know whether your student is coming in and decided or knows what they want to major in. Make sure that you do research on the programs. Figure out if you want to have an intimate setting as an educational environment or a large setting. So that's from our school, which is the largest HBCU in the country, to something small like a Morris College or a Benedict College, something like that. Because every HBCU isn't for everybody. So that, and then apply early for scholarships. Apply early for scholarships. The earlier you get in there, the more likely you should get something on time as well. And then also, even if you're young, like know that you're not supposed to have it all figured out, but be willing to put something down that you want to achieve. So that's what I would say.
So for our listeners that are listening, definitely follow HBCU Pride Nation if you have any concerns about attending an HBCU, have family members that are looking to attend one, or if you are an alumni of a HBCU, get involved and help us continue to raise awareness for our HBCUs. So Travis, let's talk more about HBCU Pride, because you have, like I stated before, have grown an amazing platform. So where do you see HBCU Pride Nation in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I see us having like a corporate headquarters. I see us having the National HBCU Alumni Weekend called the Hillman Experience. I see us being the go-to brand that can get students connected to the HBCUs. And we actually have a segment of what we do called Ask the Nation, where high school students or prospective students, if you rather, can contact us or DM us a question, right? And we'll get them, and we'll get their questions answered. So, say for instance, if you wanted to figure out what's the best business department in the HBCU, you'll send that question to us, and we will put it up to our audience, and over like 200,000 or 100,000 people will respond to you. Of course, it won't be everybody, but you'll get engagement and get help to get where you need to go. Also, I would love to do like a HBCU Awards event that honors alumni in different industries, and then I want to start tapping into diversity and talent, inclusion and acquisition, because of the fact that we are so connected to these students that need opportunities and internships. So that, and I want my own. I want a retail chain. So that's really what it is. I want to do an HBCU cruise. Like, it's not much I want to do.
You know, you have grown the platform to do that, and not only do you have, and I want to talk more about this too for our listeners that are listening. Not only has Travis, built an amazing online platform, but he's definitely genuine with his platform, and he actually gets to know his platform, right? It's not just followers. He's actually connecting with them. And Travis, I want you to talk more about that, because I remember probably a couple months ago, you posted about, why it's so important to connect with your followers. And we know that you do that on a daily basis. So can we talk more about that?
So from a business, I do a business standpoint and a personal standpoint. So from a business standpoint, too many people just look at the number of followers that they have and don't engage with their community, right? So the way that you leverage support from your community is engaging with them. Understand that likes and follows and views and all that stuff, that's surface level stuff that shows if your IG is effective or your social media is effective. But once you start reaching out to these people, DMing these people, knowing that the real work goes through engagement, it starts to build trust with you. Then also from a personal standpoint, you just have to be comfortable in your own skin and let people know that you are a real person, because you're behind a digital platform or technological device, and some of these people don't know who you are. But everybody knows I don't meet a stranger. I don't. And when you start letting people know your story, when you start letting people know who you are, you start letting people know why you do what you do, just like this, right, Ash? So with these orders that I have, right?
Right.
There's so many orders, right? And what I've done in terms of customer service and engaging with my customers, I've texted them all personally to let them know when their orders was coming in. Then when the order came in, I text them all personally to let them know that I'm packaging them up. And a lot of them said, "Oh my God, it's rare that you have a clothing brand or any brands reach out to people personally to let people know what's going on," and they appreciate that. So the more that you give to yourself, the more that you leverage your relationships, the more that you build support, the more that you do what you have to do with engaging your people, the better and the easier things may become for you. And I also want to talk about this too. We have to start putting more emphasis on LinkedIn than we do on any other platform. Because if we're talking about entrepreneurship and if we're talking about really getting connected to people, we have to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an amazing platform that connects us to everybody that we need to be connected to, from CEOs to vice presidents to deans to students that need internships, to just everyone. And we have to be able to take that same amount of effort that we put into the aesthetic of Instagram and to the consistency of putting up Snapchat and all that stuff, and putting that same effort into LinkedIn.
Powerful. Powerful. So for our listeners that are listening, make sure you have a LinkedIn account. You're right, Travis. That is so important for us to be connected on all social platforms, but definitely LinkedIn. And I like that you spoke about leveraging relationships and building relationships because, you know, people buy from people, right? They buy from people. So building those genuine relationships are so important. And if you want to continue to be successful and build any type of platform, is building real, genuine relationships. And Travis, I commend you for doing that. As I have, like I said, I know you and I see how you interact on a daily basis with your followers and with your customers, and you do an amazing job.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So tell our listeners how they can partner and work with you to continue to raise awareness for our HBCU. So how can they become partners with you and our sponsors with HBCU Pride Nation?
We would definitely love some sponsors. We need some money. I'm flushing out an ambassador program right now so that we can have some representation on these campuses. You can email me at info@hbcupridenation.net, and we can take it from there. But we do need as much help as possible to keep these schools alive.
So definitely connect with Travis and see how you can become a partner or a sponsor and continue to help raise awareness for our HBCUs. So Travis, what I ask all of my guests, right, because I see that you have built your own table, but I ask all of my guests this question. How did you create your seat at the table?
How did I create my seat at the table? I created my brand. God gave me the calling, and I used the gifts that I have in order to achieve it, which I'm doing right now. I've been comfortable in my own skin. I've been comfortable with who I am, whether people say that I'm extra or whatever it may be. And I've been able to understand the value that I bring to a table. So as I'm actually building my own table right now while having a seat at another one.
Ooh, powerful. Love that.
Yeah.
And understanding your value, right? That's what, for our listeners that are listening, bringing value to the table and bringing value to other people is so, so, so important. And continue to build your own table, Travis, because you have done an amazing job of doing it. So commend you on that. But we all have a process, right? And a lot of people don't like the process, but the process helps us get to the next level. So what did failure teach you on your journey?
My journey was built through failure. And I tell people all the time that you don't take losses. You don't take L's, and you don't lose. That's if you have the right perspective. It's either you win or you learn from something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only L that you should take. And I understand that learning could come from failure, this, that, and the third. But you have to, sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes I be feeling like I'm inadequate to receive all the stuff that I receive. And then I have to get back on I've been doing this and God's been there every step of the way for me to be here. So I have to keep going. Because there's definitely times where I want to give up. There's definitely times where I don't even understand why I'm doing such a thing. There's definitely times where I'm like, oh, I need to go get a corporate job. And there's times where I'm just like, I just need to be a regular person. But when you have a calling on your life and when you have a mantle to uphold, God will not let you go anywhere other than where he has called you to be. Even if he tell you something to do 6 months ago and you didn't listen to him, he will figure out a way. He will figure out a way to push you into the calling and the direction that he wants you to be in other than where you think that you're supposed to be. And that's a part of, like, God's plan. And also, as one thing that I'm dealing with now is it's a statement that I say all the time to people, but I'm starting to live it as well. It's you can't be Superman or Superwoman to everyone else and kryptonite to yourself. A lot of times we want to do everything for everybody. We want to save the world. We want to save everybody's life. And we want to give everybody everything, but don't give ourselves anything. So if you're going to become an entrepreneur, if you're going to go to an HBCU, if you're going to create a platform, if you're going to go forward in anything, self-care and self-love is very, very important, first and foremost. Because without that, you really can just shut all your stuff that you want to do down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love everything that you said because that's so important. Self-care, self-love. And I love that you continue to give God the credit for everything that you have done because that's so important that we give him the credit. And like you stated, with failure it comes you win or you learn. It's not failure. You win or you learn, and it's a lesson. So with that being said, Travis, you're very successful. So what did success teach you?
Ain't nobody ever asked me that. Go ahead, little. I like it. Shoot, girl. My answers usually be ready, but my answers really, what did success teach me? What did success teach me? Wow, that's a different question. Hold on real quick. What did success teach me? All right. You know how when you're so humble, it's so hard to be like, oh, I learned this, I did that, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
But success, okay, let me spin it. So the success that I've obtained thus far has showed me that I have way more to do. It has showed me that I have further to go. And it has showed me that as long as I don't give up, God will be there every step of the way. And it has showed me that if I can do it, that other people can do it as well. Of course, I procrastinate. I don't always do everything effectively, but I'm consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I've been building Pride Nation for almost 10 years now. And I know that I know that it's to a point where I can't do it by myself no more. So success taught me that. Success taught me how to be humble. Success taught me, this is a good one. Success has taught me that sometimes people get so trapped in the illusion of your success that they want to grab hold of your garment just to be able to say that they helped you get to a place, or so that they can take advantage of whatever they see coming into your life And you have to understand that everybody isn't equipped to be a part of your journey the whole entire time. Some people come into your life for a reason. Some people come into your life for a season. But sometimes people want to create a reason to be a part of a season they haven't been called for. So, yeah.
Woo! Wow. Love that. I mean, being consistent, yes, you have. Consistency, yes, you have. And you see, you did all this by listeners that are listening. He created this platform. Yes, he has been a one-man team. So look at what you're about to do with a team, Travis. It's like,
man, please tell me.
It's going to be amazing. And I wish you much success with it, because I see that it's going to be even more powerful that you are a servant leader at that.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. For real.
You are welcome. So, will you tell our listeners what else can we expect from you in 2019? We only have a couple more days before we walk into a new decade. What can we expect from you?
To be breathing. to be breathing, because honestly, sis, I'm really about to get off the grid. I'm about to really get off the grid for a while. And I'm about to go into I'm about to go into hibernation. So you might not see a lot from me, but you best know that 2020 is real personal to me. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's going to be powerful. I can't wait to see what you're about to birth, what's about to happen, and I wish you much success. And I want our listeners to definitely connect with you, follow him, and see all the great things that HBCU Pride Nation is doing. So will you please tell our listeners, Travis, how they can follow you and support you on all social media platforms?
Okay. You can follow me at HBCU Pride Nation. And then 2020, our website will be officially out, and that'll be hbcupridenation.net.
So definitely connect with him. He's somebody to know. Travis is doing, as I stated, he is somebody to know and is doing some powerful things. So, Travis, I want to thank you so much, because this is an amazing interview, not because I know you, but because I see all the great things that you're doing. And I want to thank you for taking time to come to the table tonight, and I can't wait to invite you back to the table.
Whenever Esther Little tell you to be somewhere, you got to be there. So, I appreciate you so much, sis.
I do. I appreciate you, too, and I can't wait to continue to see all the great things that God is about to do and continue to work with you and collaborate with you as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So I would like to give a special thanks to Tammy Collins Marquis and John Sham.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.